Well, hello to all you shooters and reloaders out there. It's Fortune Cookie 45 LC coming to you from the hot lead zone, and hope you're all having a great Memorial Day weekend. What we're doing here is we're using our MEC Marksman press. Now, you know about this press. It's really nice because it has a self-aligning shell plate here that when you put a shell holder in there, there's play that allows the case to align with your reloading die, and that reduces runout and gives you more concentric ammunition. And this press is very reasonably priced from MEC, the folks up there in the Great Lakes region of the United States. I went ahead and got the riser, the MEC riser for it. Now, this riser is not an essential part for the press, because you can mount the press on the bench top like I had for quite a while, but I decided to go ahead and get the riser after all. And it's a $41 item, so it does raise the cost of the entire press, but what you get instead is a better platform off your bench top for standing work, or actually sitting also can work on. If you use a stool, it's a little higher. Now, the riser has some nice places to put a die set, so that's nice. And the press itself also has a platform on top that you can use to store various small parts, so that's pretty good. And the primer catch tray fits in the back here very nicely. So this is very nice to use. Now, what we're talking about in this video is sizing the 500 Smith & Wesson bullets. They actually mic out at .501. So what I've got here is a Lee Sizer kit. And it does a good job sizing the bullets that were powder coated. And these are the Lee 501 440 grain bullet for the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum, and it installs gas checks also. Now, you have to kind of spray these with case lube. Our homemade case lube works real well to get that to go through the die nicely, but you see it does a nice job. What you see here is the Lyman 501 sizing die, which actually fits our RCBS Lubematic 2 Sizer lubricator just fine. And what this allowed me to do is to go ahead and size our cast bullets, plus go ahead and put lube in the grease grooves, as well as seat the gas checks. Well, you might ask, since you powder coated these, why are you bothering with traditional lube? Turns out that way back when, there were shooters that were actually lubing full jacketed bullets. In other words, they were doing tumble lube and lubing the jacketed bullets. And you might ask, why was that done way back when? Well, it actually helped the bullets shoot better in some cases. So to test that out, I'm going to go ahead and seat the gas checks anyway with these powder coated bullets, but go ahead and put grease in the grease grooves. Now, of course, this is my RCBS Lubematic 2 Sizer lubricator. I've already taken out the other sizing die, and now we're going to go ahead and put the 501 size Lyman in there, as you see. Then we go ahead and take the lock nut, and we go ahead and replace that and tighten it down with a wrench. Now, it works out that a 15/16 inch wrench does the job quite nicely and makes the job easy, actually, so I'll just go ahead and show you that we're doing it that way. Doesn't have to be real snug, but there we go. Now, the lube heater underneath the RCBS Lubematic 2 is plugged in, and it's warming up right now as we speak. And we've already got a charged reservoir with lube, so we're ready to go once that's heated up. So here we've got the die installed. Now we go ahead and put a gas check onto the base and then place one of our powder coated bullets on the station, get it fairly square, and then go ahead and introduce it into the die, as you see. Now we've adjusted the depth so that the lube will go into all the grease grooves. Give the little pressurization lever a little push there, and then we go ahead and take out our lubed bullet. And you see the traditional lube is in there, but the powder coating is there also. So we're in business. Now we got a little bit of lube on the base, so we'll wipe that off with a rag. As you see. Go ahead and do another one. Get a gas check, put it on the base. Into the die it goes. Get it squared up like so. A little bit of pressure on the stem. Eject the bullet. And there you see traditional lube in the grooves. Now we also have some lube in the bottom crimping groove, but that's okay. We're going to use the top crimping groove most of the time. And we'll do one more. As you see. Well, you gotta admit they sure come out nice, don't they? And another good thing about having some lube in these grooves is because I'm going to shoot these out of a 27-inch barrel. And when the barrel is that long, a little bit of extra lubrication is not a bad idea. Never a bad idea. Well, you might think that doing this is very slow, but bear in mind that when you're dealing with a 500 Smith & Wesson, you're not going to be loading up and shooting 200 rounds at a time. So even though this is a little bit on the slow side, why not? We want to make some good bullets, and besides, what happens is our cost making these is somewhere around 10 cents a bullet, counting the gas check. And if you're going to buy these bullets, you're looking at 85 cents minimum, maybe 90 cents to buy a cast bullet like this. So it doesn't really matter that we're working slow. It's good. The Marines have a saying for this, and they call it gung-ho. Gung-ho means good work. Just show you another one of those. Now you can just go ahead and put a gas check into the station like that, and that might be a little easier. And there you see. Now there's a little bit of lube on the base, we'll have to wipe that off. But no complaints. Now it turns out that 50 caliber gas checks are not sold everywhere. In fact, if you try and get some from Midway USA, they don't carry it. And if you try and get it from other sources like Natchez or other online vendors, they don't carry 50 caliber gas checks. Well, you can go ahead and get these from sources online, but I like to get it from a source that you may not think about, and that is Matt's Bullets will sell you 50 caliber gas checks for just about cost. And I don't mind getting it that way, even if I pay a little bit more for them. I know that Matt's is going to take care of me with some good service. Now, I don't get anything from Matt's for telling people about them, but that's okay. Turns out I make some orders from Matt's fairly regularly anyway, so getting the 50 caliber gas checks is a good way to go. And here you see the gas checks. Now, as you recall, I casted these bullets out of pure linotype, so they are on the heavy side for sure, but also on the hard side. And with the gas check plus the powder coating plus the lube, we got some good anti-leading and some good shooting in front of us. Now, even though Bullberry Barrels says that my barrel isn't the most accurate barrel they make, I'm looking forward to shooting that whenever it arrives. So not bad. We worked for about an hour and there's about 150 bullets there, all done, ready to load, lubed, powder coated, gas checked, sized to 501. And if you had to buy all those, cost you about $120. Not bad. See you in the next video.